Hi, my name's George. I've been gaming for most of my life. I had never played a Resident Evil game, apart from a bit of Resident Evil 5, which my brother got me on the Xbox 360 when I was about 10 when it came out. And I didn't get it at all. I wasted all my ammo immediately. Think got killed by a chainsaw dude in the first level, and it terrified me, and I put the game away and I never played it again. And that was me done with Resident Evil until recently, when I discovered I wanted to play Resident Evil 4, the remake. And I don't know why, I think I saw someone playing it on Twitch, and I thought I want to give this a go. So I thought I should play Resident Evil 2 first. I wasn't sure which games were connected. I looked it up. It said it has the same character as Resident Evil 2 as the main character. So I played the Resident Evil 2 remake first, and now I'm playing the Resident Evil 4 remake. And I can't believe I haven't played these games before. That's so incredible. It's not like any other game I've played. I didn't really understand the games like this. I sort of wrote Resident Evil off as being some, clanky, junky, janky Japanese game that people who go to anime conventions like because they can dress up as the characters or something like that. I didn't think it was the games were like this, and they're really good. Previous to playing this, the last single player story game I played was Cyberpunk, and it just went on for so long. It's a really good game, Cyberpunk, but it goes on for so long. By about 50 hours in, I just wanted it to be over. I wanted to do everything in the game, but I just wanted it to be over. And I was amazed at Resident Evil 2 and currently Resident Evil 4, which I'm playing, how they're short games, relatively short games, but they keep you so engaged and it feels so much longer because the excellent level design and the amount of different enemies to face. I mean, you have some of like the stock enemies in Resident Evil 4, like the villagers and the cultists, but you have so many different types of enemies. It keeps it so entertaining. Whereas you think like a game like Cyberpunk, you're basically fighting the same enemies all the way through for like 100 hours, and it gets kind of boring. And the way in these Resident Evil games that the levels and the story sort of sync into each other to keep you entertained. The story isn't like, oh, amazingly good story or anything like that, but it's suitable and it keeps you wanting to play more because it's intriguing. Because you go from starting Resident Evil 4, you start in like a village. You're fighting against like sort of zombie villagers, let's say, and then you progress into a castle, like completely different environment, but it links together so well with the story. It doesn't feel like too far off, and that allows you to face different enemies, like completely different style of environment and atmosphere, which is like really good. Yes, incredible. In Resident Evil 2, the police station is amazing. Like the layout of it, the way you can't gain access to certain areas the first time, and you have to come back after you go to another area, but it's not a chore because you're not going back there for just that reason. You'll end up looping back around to there for whatever reason in the story, and then going, oh yes, I have this key to unlock this door that I couldn't unlock before. So it's not like a chore running back and forth. You go back there purposefully, and it utilises the same spaces and quite a small environment, narrow environment, especially in Resident Evil 2. Very narrow hallways, and it's not afraid of using that, and it uses it so well to its advantage, especially in a sort of horror game like that. Yeah, I was just blown away with that. I couldn't believe I hadn't played these games before. Really incredible. Another thing I picked up on in Resident Evil 4 is the use of the notes, which tell a little bit of backstory, but the reason I really like those is because it's not like Dark Souls where you pick up an item and it tells you like a vague backstory and like a sort of few paragraphs of one item. You've got to go to that item, click on it, and you know it's very complex, convoluted, and it's not like Cyberpunk where there's many documents of text littered around, but they could just be all sort of meaningless world building with like hundreds, not hundreds, but lots of paragraphs of text. In this, it's like a few paragraphs each note you find to tell you a bit of backstory, give you a bit of a hint as to what's going on, and it's just excellently done. Like nothing in this game feels too much; it feels just right. Like it's to make you keep on to play and to not burn you out of it. And I think that's really like a key thing for a game to be able to do. To do well, like I can't remember being engrossed in such a short game, and I can't believe I wrote these games off and never played them or wanted to play them. Yeah, I think I'll go back and play it. Resident Evil 2 again because I didn't do Claire's side of the story, but even after that, I'll probably play it again. Which I don't really do with games, but it's sort of a one-off. I haven't really played a game like that. I think yeah, they're both incredible games for different reasons. I mean, yeah. RE2 is more sort of survival horror game. They both are, but there's more shooting, more action in RE4, and again, that sort of fits in with the story. In RE2, you play as Leon Kennedy, and he hasn't even done a day as a police officer yet. He's a complete rookie. So it makes sense he's more inept than in the Resident Evil 4, where he's like now like special forces or whatever, working like a higher role, and has had years since then. I think it's six years maybe in the story of experience, and that makes sense. He's more combative, and Resident Evil 2 he's more trying to escape. In Resident Evil 4 he's trying to rescue someone. Yeah, really good game. Just wanted to say, blew my mind. Really enjoying Resident Evil 4, and yeah, thanks for watching.